Hello everyone, this is Surya Kausal sir, and today I am going to start a new chapter of class 10th called light. Okay, light. So before starting this chapter, one question is arising in our mind: what is light? What is light? So it is a form of energy. It is a form of energy. One thing I just want to discuss here: you have already studied in class 9th about energy. Okay, energy. There are many forms of energy, such as kinetic energy, potential energy, heat energy, light energy, nuclear energy, and so on. There are many forms of energy. In this one term, light energy. Okay, light energy. So what is light energy? This light energy is going to describe me here. Okay, light. Then what is light? It is a form of energy which gives us a sensation of vision. Okay, it is a form of energy which gives us a sensation of vision. Means in the absence of light, we are not able to see any object which are present in all around us. But in the presence of light, we can see any object which present in all around us very clearly. Okay, you can see this board, this written words, chalk, duster, each and everything which are present here. Why? Because here light is present. But in the absence of light, we are not able to see any object which are present here and there. Okay, for an example, if we go in a dark room, this is a dark room. Okay, when we go in a dark room, we can't see any object which present in it. Okay, but when we switch on the electric bulb of this room, when we switch on the electric bulb of this room, then each and every object which are present in that room can be seen by us. Okay, then here, what is the factor why we can't see in a dark room any object? Because here light is absent, and in this case light is present. Okay, and in the presence of light, we are able to see each and every object which are present in this room. Okay, so there are some characteristics of light, in which first characteristic is what? First characteristic. Okay, see here, light always propagate in a straight line path. Okay, light always travel in a straight line path. From this observation, we can prove it. Here is a burning candle, and through a pipe, we can see the flame of this burning candle. How it is possible? Because this pipe is straight. This is a straight pipe. Okay, and from this pipe, we are able to see this flame. But if this pipe is curved, okay, in this way, if this pipe is curved, then we are not able to see the flame of this burning candle. What is main reason behind it? Because light always propagate in a straight line path. So light will propagate from here to there, but after this bending or this curve, light will not go in this way. Okay, so we are not able to see the burning flame of this candle. So we can say first characteristics of light is what? Light always propagate in a straight line path. Next characteristic of light is what? Characteristics of light. Characteristics of light. What is the next characteristics of light? It shows particle nature. It shows particle nature as well as wave nature. Okay, it shows particle nature as well as wave nature. It shows dual nature of light. Okay, it shows dual nature. One is particle nature and another one is wave nature. Okay, it shows both natures. Therefore, light is also called wavical. Okay, it is also called wavical. Wavical means what? Wave means it shows wave nature, and here curl means what? Particle, means it shows wave nature as well as particle nature, which are already described in particle theory and wave theory of light. What is particle theory of light? Particle theory of light. Particle theory of light. Light contains many more particles. Okay, light contains many more particles in the form of packets of energy. Okay, light contains many more particles in the form of packets of energy called quanta. Okay, light contains many more particles in the form of packets of energy called quanta. Means first nature is what? Particle nature, which is shown by light. And what is second nature or wave theory? What is wave theory? Light is an electromagnetic wave. Okay, light is an electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave. Light is an electromagnetic wave which do not require a material medium for its propagation. Okay, light is an electromagnetic wave which do not require a material medium for its propagation. As you know, if I speak, you can hear in a class. How can you listen me? Okay, because I am producing some sound. So sound require a material medium for its propagation. It is also a form of energy, but it's require a material medium for its propagation. But in the case of light, any material medium is not required for its propagation. You can see in outside of our atmosphere, this is our atmosphere. This is atmosphere, this is our earth. Okay. In outside of our atmosphere, air is not present. Any material medium is not present here. Only vacuum is present. Okay. No any material medium is present here. But light comes from sun to earth. Then how can it propagate without a medium? Because light is an electromagnetic wave which do not require a material medium for its propagation. Okay, so there are two nature which is shown by light. First nature is particle nature, which is describing particle theory of light. Okay, so what is particle theory of light? Light contains many more particles in the form of quanta. Okay, and what is quanta? It is packets of energy. And second nature is wave nature, which is describing in wave theory of light. Okay, and what is wave theory of light? Light is an electromagnetic wave which do not require a material medium for its propagation. Okay, so here one thing I am repeating again and again: object, object, object. So what is object? What is object? Anything which can be seen by us. Okay, anything which can be seen by us, which is present in all around us, called object. For example, duster, bench, this board, chalk, electric bulb, sun, humans. Okay, each and everything which can be seen by us called object. Object. So friends, there are two types of object. First one is luminous object. Luminous object. Another one, non-luminous object. Non-luminous object. Okay, what is luminous object? Luminous means those objects which have their own light. Okay, those objects which have their own light or which emit their own light, called luminous object. Okay, and the object which have not their own light but it reflect the ray of light, which fall on it by luminous object called non-luminous object. The examples of this luminous object is burning candle, electric bulb, sun, star, fire. Okay, all these examples are of luminous object, and there are some also examples of a non-luminous object is what? Bench, chalk, duster, moon. Okay, this is the examples of non-luminous object. So there are two types of object. One is luminous object, another one non-luminous object. So what is luminous object? Those object which emits their own light called luminous object, and the object which have not their own light but it reflect the ray of light which fall on it called non-luminous object. It is made up of some type of materials, and those materials are called, first one is transparent material, second one translucent, and last one opaque. Okay, what do you mean by transparent material? Transparent, those materials from which light can pass easily, okay, from which 100% light pass, okay, called transparent material. For example, glass. Okay, glass is a transparent material because from glass 100% light can pass. Okay, next one, translucent. What is translucent material? Those materials from which partial amount of light can pass. For example, ground glass, polythene, plastics are called translucent. And what is opaque? Those materials from which light cannot pass. Okay, for example, wood, iron, okay, from which light cannot pass, called opaque material. So there are three types of material from which object is made up of. One is transparent, another was translucent, and next one is opaque. Okay, light shows some phenomena in our everyday life which are going to discuss. Some basic phenomena of light. First one, reflection of light. Next, refraction of light. Third one, interference of light. Next, diffraction of light. And last one, polarization of light. Okay, polarization. But from these basic phenomena, we will discuss only two phenomena. First one is reflection of light, and second one, refraction of light, which are going to discuss in this chapter, light. Okay, because only these two phenomena are in our syllabus, called reflection of light and refraction of light. What do you mean by reflection of light? Reflection of light. First phenomena is reflection of light. The sending back of light when it strikes on an object. Okay, the sending back of light, when it strikes on an object, on an object. Okay, the sending back of light or the bouncing back of light when it strikes on an object called reflection of light. Okay, let us suppose a beam of light fall on this mirror, and the ray of light which fall on it called incident ray. Okay, incident ray, the ray which fall on an object called incident ray. Okay, the point at which this ray is falling called point of incidence. Point of incidence. This point, the point at which incident ray fall called point of incident. An imaginary line which drawn perpendicular to the surface on this point of incidence called normal. Okay, and after it the light will be sending back. Okay, and this sending back, the light which is in sending back called reflected ray. Reflected ray. Okay, then we can say the sending back of light or the bouncing back of light when it strikes on an object is called reflection of light. Okay, the angle between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence. The angle between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence, which is represented by small I, and the angle between reflected ray and normal is called angle of reflection, and it is represented by R. Okay, so there are some laws of reflection. Okay, laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. This is very important topic for your board examination. One question always come in your board exam. Laws of reflection. What do you mean by laws of reflection? There are two laws of reflection. Okay, first law is what? Incident ray, incident ray, reflected ray, reflected ray, and normal, all lie on the same plane, at the point of incidence, at the point of incidence. Okay, see here, first law is what? Incident ray, reflected ray, and normal. Okay, incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lie on the same plane at the point of incidence. Okay, what is first law? Incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lie on the same plane at the point of incidence. This is our first law of reflection. Then what is second law of reflection? Second law of reflection is what? Angle of incidence will be always equal to the angle of reflection during a case of reflection. Okay, so angle I will be always equal to angle R. So angle of incidence will be always equal to the angle of reflection according to second law of reflection. So there are two laws. First law is what? Incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lie on the same plane at the point of incidence. And what is second law? During reflection, angle of incidence will be always equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, what is angle of incidence? The angle between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence, and the angle between reflected ray and normal is called angle of reflection. Okay, so there are two types of reflection. There are two types of reflection. First one, regular reflection. Okay, regular reflection. And second one, irregular reflection. Irregular or diffuse reflection. Okay, diffuse reflection. This regular reflection is also called specular reflection. Okay, what do you mean by regular reflection? Regular or specular reflection. What is regular reflection? Okay, the reflection of light which takes place on a smooth surface. Okay, the reflection of light which takes place on a smooth surface. You can see here in this figure. Okay, the parallel beam of light falling on a mirror in this way. So they will also reflect parallelly. Okay, they will also reflect parallelly because this surface is smooth. Okay, so this is in a regular way. So we can say the reflection of light which takes place on a smooth surface. Here the incident ray are in a parallel way, and also the reflected rays are also in a parallel way. So this reflection is called regular reflection. What do you mean by irregular or diffuse reflection? Okay, the reflection of light which takes place on a rough surface. Okay, the reflection of light which takes place on a rough surface called irregular reflection. You can see in this figure, this is a rough surface. On this surface, a parallel beam of light are falling. Okay, a parallel beam of light is falling. Then you can see this light can go in this direction, this will go in this direction, and this will go in this direction. So here the rays of light are falling parallelly, but it does not reflect in a parallel way. Okay, so we can say this reflection is called irregular reflection or diffuse reflection. Okay, now image. There are two types of image. First one is real image, and second virtual image. What do you mean by real image? The image which formed on screen. Okay, the image which formed